Well, hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. My name's Ian, and it's great to still be able to be sharing my thoughts with you. Do you remember a few weeks ago there was a little thing happened, something called Christmas? And if you remember, and if you were watching any of the Soundbites around then, I talked about the shepherds who came to visit the baby Jesus. Yet really ordinary people who had the most extraordinary experience. Now, when Jesus grew up and started sharing his teaching, he chose 12 men to go with him. To be apprentices, if you like, really close students. Now, it was a different time, a different place, and women certainly didn't have anything that looked like equality that we might see now. But I'll come on to it in a few weeks. Jesus challenged that as well and did things that just didn't make sense to the time, that brought women into it as well. But for now, I just want to talk about 4 of these men. One of them I talked about last week. His name was Simon, although Jesus decided to call him Peter. He had a brother called Andrew, who Jesus also took with him as one of these apprentices. And then there were 2 other brothers, James and John. All 4 of them had the same profession. They were all fishermen, a dangerous job. It wasn't particularly academic, and interestingly, Jesus used the same words as he asked each of them to come and follow him. He simply said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." I guess suggesting that all the skills that they had in being able to catch fish, that they'd in some way be able to capture people with the message and with the teaching that Jesus was going to give them. Now, the Bible tells us that as soon as Jesus asked them, they literally dropped what they were doing and followed him. Just like that, no hesitation. And back then, it was quite common to find teachers and apprentices in this style. A master would take a number of trainees with them for a period of time so that they could learn from them. But there was something unusual in this about Jesus, though, because he didn't go looking for the best qualified or deeply philosophical people or even interview them or do anything. He just chose ordinary people, in this case without any qualifications or high-end skills. Out of the 12 people who took with him, these 4 were definitely all fishermen. So it was definitely the most common profession amongst all of Jesus' close apprentices. There's a comment in another part of the Bible that says this: God chose the simple things of this world to confound the wise, or to confuse the wise. You see, God doesn't choose people based on what they have done or whether they have particular skills or particular qualifications. God chooses people because they are who they are. Each of us is a unique individual. There's nobody not covered by that definition. We've all had very different lives. God says that's fine. God says, I still want to know you. And I'm willing to help you to become an even more amazing person than I already think you are. Because yes, whatever we might think of ourselves, God says you are amazing. He says, I am amazing. It's mind-blowing. I mentioned that Jesus gave Simon a nickname, Peter, meaning the rock. Now, James and John had a nickname too. Jesus affectionately called them the sons of thunder. Actually, their dad was a guy called Zebedee. Nothing to do with the magic roundabout, if you remember that. But Jesus called them the sons of thunder because at times they could maybe be a little bit explosive when they got together. Now, fish have continued to be associated with Christians ever since these fishermen were part of Jesus' group. A fish was used as a secret symbol of Christians in the early days when they were still being oppressed. Even today, you can still see the fish used as a sign. Maybe sometimes as jewellery, or sometimes on the back of a car. We'd love to talk to you more about God's love for you. Do get in touch if that's something that you want to find out more about. For now, have a great week. God bless you.